Guys, it's Sarah with Grassroots Evolution Tarot, and I'm here today to bring you a postcard from Spirit for, I keep wanting to say August, but it is September 2022, my friends. So keep in mind it's general, take what you feel resonates for you, disregard the rest, go about your day, and know that no matter what messages come through, it's still up to you, your active free will, the choices you make and the steps you take, my friends, to get whatever fulfillment it is you'd like to see. Because to me, this freedom, this personal freedom, lies at the tips of your fingers and the soles of your feet. So use that power today wisely. For all my subscribers, I love you, love you, love you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you for being here. And guys, if you're new to my channel, welcome. Thanks for stopping by. If you feel like this resonates and you'd like to see more, please hit subscribe, join the journey with me. I'd love to have you along the ride. So first, what I have is the postcard from Spirit Oracle by Colette Baron Reed, if anybody is interested. And these are just like channeled little messages that she's gotten from Spirit. So I want to get an overarching energy and what Spirit would like us to know for September. It could be something kind of filtering through from August, or it could be something, because I keep hearing August, but I also didn't do one in August. So it could be a lot of different things. It's just whatever Spirit wants you to know, but I'm going to put the date on it for September 2022. I feel like there's a lot of transformations, and what I heard is active transformations as well. So I threw a couple things there. I just paused you, and I'm going to grab it in a second. Okay, we have them here. So the first one we have, being guided during the screen, and then we have the purple. We have a cherub kind of shooting an arrow here, and this could be love life. I did feel like I wanted to grab the romance angels. However, for some of you, this could also be taking aim at what you desire, right? What are your heart's desires? What are you passionate about? Where do you want to go? What are the next steps in life? And this other one, I feel like, to me, this almost feels like Gemini. It says hidden treasure. This could also be within. What I heard is here within nothing is everything, but that you have the power to create worlds, okay? So first off, I'll read this and let's see what it has to say. It says, "Dearest you, everything is in divine order. Even in chaos, there is order, and we are always in awe of this. For you, though, on your human journey, things can get disorganized in your mind and physical reality. You need to get rid of the clutter. Whether it is too many stories in your mind, too many what-ifs, or fearful thoughts of the past or future, instead focus on the now. Empty your mind, clean your house, and throw out any object that tells you an uncomfortable story. Discern what you have, sort, purge, clear, and organize. We want you to have space to fill with something better. Spirit loves a vacuum as it gives space for brilliant new energy. Let go of what is not serving you and give order to what remains. See them and know their value. Your soul needs organization in order to keep your connection to us in spirit free of distractions. You are so adored by so many. We hope you really know that." And absolutely, my friends, the amount of people whose lives you touch and the amount of people who love, cherish, and adore you are innumerable. And sometimes people have what I heard is funny ways of showing that. So this is also what I said with that as well, though. If you are not feeling loved, if you are not feeling cherished, if you are not feeling honored and appreciated or respected by the people around you, this is where it is maybe time to make some changes, right? Like this said, there may be things may get a little bit disorganized, right? They may feel a little bit disorganized, but if we have people or things around us, and again, there's too many thoughts or just incorrect narratives, or someone around us putting what I heard is thoughts into your head, or putting, dust or dirt in your mental space, someone just not treating you the way you know you are meant to, and what I heard is you're built for beauty, you're built for so many things. And again, I keep seeing it's because building, what are you building in your world? Does this behavior, this person, is this mentality going to help you build something? Is it building you up, or is it helping to tear you down? So this is things that I heard for some of us, and here's where I'm seeing a sturdy foundation dug, so I'm going to pick this, but this has something to do with it. This spirit loves a vacuum, right? On our foundation, we still need to clean up, because we don't want like things getting nasty, right? This is where we need to, if we're getting ready for winter coming up, we're getting ready for fall, this is where we need to do those declutterings. So that, I'm thinking about a squirrel, they need to get rid of the old stuff out of that nest, or the old stuff out of the hiding spaces, before they can put new nuts in there. So there's a lot of what I heard is questioning future, but also this is building up, right? And whatever you know your passion is, right? Whatever we're going towards, trying to get rid of that what ifs and all of these things of what all of this stuff that may try and stop you towards going towards your mission. So, dearest you, you're on Earth. You understand how buildings are built, yes? A good solid foundation, and yet flexibility too in case of earthquakes. Truth be told, you can't offer something sustainable unless it's built from a solid base. Whether it's an idea that takes form one step at a time, or an actual house that needs a sturdy foundation dug, poured, and built. We want to remind you of all this because you might need a little encouragement to see this is true in your life at this time. Celebrate the fact that right now you can repair the cracks in the foundation of your life effortlessly, as well as to do general site check to ensure your hard work is being supported. Do this and know you are building your life on a perfect and sound foundation that will allow you to welcome the many miracles waiting for you to come visit. We're so happy for you and so intrigued by what you're building. What I was being drawn to about that was building inspections. So we can go very, very two ways, quite literal here, like they said, on needing to build a house, and you need to pour a foundation, right? You need to make sure that that foundation is done right, so that you don't get this house built on a faulty foundation that you spent all of this time and work and energy and money on, for it to be full of cracks and beyond repairs, what I heard, and you just need to, it falls down, right? You need to tear this down to rubble. This is making sure that, like I heard, one step at a time, that each step is being done correctly, each step is being done right, so that you're not backtracking, creating more work for yourself. So what I heard is that whole thing, instead of working harder, we work smarter. So I'm going to get now some messages here from the, this is the Shadowscape Tarot. So there's a bee who really wants me. If you see it there, he's just saying hi. So we have here the Tower in reverse, and we have the Knight of Wands here. I'm going to take the bottom, and they're showing me this one. So this is the Four of Swords. I think a lot of you may be stuck on the mental process right now, and we're not yet ready to, what I heard is pull the cord. This could be parachute thing, right? Where you're jumping and jumping and you're just gonna let yourself free fall a little bit just to enjoy that exhilaration. For some of you, it's a rip cord, okay? Like, for some of you, it's knowing that you have that cord to pull for your parachute to ensure a safe and soft landing. What I heard is flight instruction. However, you would never jump out of a plane unless it's like absolutely necessary. Need some, strange, out of this world, well, in this world, but something where you were on a plane and all of a sudden you have to go. But normally, if you're going to go into situations where you're going to throw a parachute on your back and jump out of a plane, you've taken a little bit of pre-flight schooling or some exercises on how do you land so you don't break your legs, right? Because if we take this leap of faith, we still need to land softly. And here's where I think some of you, there is a real desire and a real thought on how we want to plan and how we want to go to it, but we also need to make sure that how we're going through it is going to let us sleep at night and is going to be one with us in our hearts. So I think it's interesting, this one sword she holds so close to herself, and the other one it's stuck in her hair, but it's also around the crown, and what I heard is anointed. I'm going to get a little clarification on this with this Tower in reverse and see what else Spirit wants us to know. Spirit, why is that Tower in the reverse? Again, they heard you're just not ready to pull that cord. I'm honestly thinking about a cement saw too. It's that once you pull that cord and it's going, you are now in control of a very powerful object. And something that needs to be handled with care, right? Something that you wouldn't want to go pick up this saw and do, go for the biggest, meanest, baddest thing you could start doing, right? You're going to want to start out small, and you're going to want to learn, and you're going to want to listen to what is being told for you, the instructions, right? So for some of you, there's a learning curve, of a huge learning curves. And what did I get? Oh, 3 of Pentacles in reverse. For some of us, I feel like as well, this is, again, remembering that if somebody's trying to teach you something you've never done, we need to absorb, use that information. Trial and error, because what I heard again is it's like none of us are going to be great at something the first time. Observe. Many of us may be in a field where we're watching people do something on a daily basis, but we haven't done this yet. But if you're observe, and you're taking the tricks of the trade and you're learning, when it comes time for you to be able to do it, you may be able to just mimic this. Now, it's not necessarily that it's going to be the best. Like they're giving me a lot of different things, right? But it's like they're giving me drywall, they're using my own experiences in the last couple of weeks. But I think it's important, because if any of you watched the last messages from Spirit, I shared that I've been helping my family, and they're in construction, and so building houses is something that from a very young age, in my world, it was, that's the norm. So years and years, whenever I draw pictures, as a kid, like I didn't know what I was going to draw. Somehow I'd end up drawing a house. And this is also really important on what are you building? What do you want to build? What do you want your house to be built on? I think this is also metaphorical on a lot of things in our world, because we are the house. So we need to make sure that we're built on a strong and sturdy foundation as well, so that no little storm is going to knock you off your feet. What I heard as well, and again, take if this resonates, I feel like for a lot of this message almost feels like it is for me, but this is what happens, because if you guys are watching, we're somewhere on this collective together, and it may not mean the same thing as it means to me, but it's going to have a different meaning for you. But they took it away anyway. But this is just really learning from the masters, learning from people who have done something longer than you. And again, this would be like if we were going to want to build our own house, and we've never put even foot shovel into the ground, we've never dug a hole, we may want to get a little bit of help, and we may want to ask someone for some assistance. And this is where, yeah, you can watch all the YouTube videos you want on how to pour a foundation and how to do this, but unless you got people who know what they're doing, this is where like you need to have those things checked. What I heard is temperature check as well, so depending, but that building inspector reference would be because throughout each process we want to make sure that things are going well. So what I heard is like you don't want mold in the wall because something wasn't done properly, and then you got the drywall on, and next thing you know, like there's a leak coming in through the foundation because it wasn't really checked. It threw in some insulation. You put up your barrier, you threw up your drywall, and you're like, you know what, I can't see it. But if we skipped those processes and we weren't sure of ourselves, or we weren't really skilled, or even if we were really skilled, things happen. Right? So this is where even within our own world on whatever we're building, we take those few moments to do a few building inspections, make sure things are up to code for us. And if we find things that aren't, well, we get rid of them. I was watching Grandma's Boy the other day too, and if you guys have never watched it, he tests computer games, right, or video games. Well, they need to have those testers to find out the bugs before they roll out with it. So for many of you, if you know whatever you're building is going to be a huge foundation, and for some of you what I heard is a foundation of knowledge, we want to make sure that each step is built perfectly in our world. This does not mean being perfectionist in so many terms that we won't put something out unless it's perfect, but this is, I think, giving ourselves a little bit of leeway as well to know that we need to be able to flex, much like this said, right? Buildings, while they need to be strong and sturdy, also need to flex in case of earthquakes, in case of winds. So knowing what I heard as well is when to take a step back. So again, let's get into these. So, what came out there? The Three of Pentacles in the reverse. I feel like some of you as well, if this is relationship, this is trust issues. And you have the Ten of Cups in the bottom with the Page of Pentacles. What I heard is you don't you need to make sure that you're working on healing yourself, so that if you are wanting to make offers or start new or go new places, if you've, switched houses and you want to build a new foundation somewhere else, we want to make sure that whatever we're going for isn't going again on this faulty foundation because something's hurt our heart. Or I've been hearing again a lot lately. I love this song, but it's called 4 a.m. by Our Lady Peace, and this is where it's like talking about because we're all dumb and jaded, right? Where if they want me, I'm gonna sing it. And if I don't make it known that I've loved you all along, just like sunny days that we ignore because we're all dumb and jaded, I hope to God I figure out what's wrong. So, sorry for that, throaty, whatever, but Spirit's like, sing it, because there's wisdom here. There's an importance in the vibration as well in your voice. For some of you, singing is going to be so important, even if you think that you're singing. Nobody wants to hear or hear cats meowing or scratching, whatever. This is going to help clear up our vocal cords as well. Some of you, what I heard is you may be really healed through song. This Page of Pentacles, though, I feel like it's important because they have wisdom on their side and time on their side. This really could be, again, like if you're learning something from somebody, they've been doing this longer, this is really taking those pointers and really absorbing, again, that wisdom, because what I heard is they're trying to help you and show you the way, and you're going to pick up your own way of doing it, right? Absolutely. But there are things that, they're giving me another example, like if you worked in a kitchen and somebody's been on that grill for 5-10 years, or even like 2 years, and you're taking over, and this grill's tricky, it's got hot spots, it's got cold spots. If you listen to them when you go, and let's say you hop into a busy lunch hour, your life will be so much easier if you already know, hey, like, I know, for example, like, I used to work in a kitchen, and we would always do the eggs on one side, right? Because it was a little bit cooler. You weren't going to put the meat and the eggs on the same side because usually it would, like, gum up the grill. But if you didn't know this, if you're brand new to it, you may have one heck of a day ahead of you, and eggs and things sticking and not understanding why, because you thought you knew it all, right? And these are some of those hard lessons in our world. But trust me, I've had to learn a lot of things that way because I thought I knew better, and trust me, I didn't, right? Here's where you just have to absorb that knowledge. And with this 10 of Cups, what I heard is an illusion. I also heard, for some of you, lifeline. If you are with this Tower, they're showing me the sun hiding here, okay? But there's lightning, it's on fire, and the crown, to me, this is like the crown is coming off. There's these, they almost remind me of clocks everywhere, though. Even if we try and hold off changes for as long as possible, if these changes are meant in our worlds, they're going to come. And it's how we stave off disaster. In terms of our heart as well, I feel like, and again, this may not be for you, and take it how it resonates, but if you are feeling like the 10 of Cups, what I heard is one outside of reach, or for bringing in, I just grabbed this, I thought it was in it, so dance, celebrate. There's something to be said here with this 10 of Cups. We need to clear up the old energy, okay? So for some of us, it's singing, to be able to express our truth. For some of it's dancing, to help clear out our body, and do this intentionally. Bring back joy to your world, and who gives a shit who's watching, my friends. There is so much importance in celebration and dancing, and the power behind that. For some of us, I heard is prayer, and this is prayer in motion. And what I'm hearing is the rain dance. This is believing in yourself and believing in your actions. And they're bringing happy feet to me. Believing in your rhythm. So I'm going to bring you one parting message They have grounding and rebirth, and I want to show you that because when I was shuffling, I saw rebirth so much as in the spring. This could be something that in the spring, you follow these steps going forward. You're going to step out into the world as a brand new you. It may take some time to cocoon, but this is where we're also making those changes necessary so that what I heard is with this tower, like it takes time to rebuild, right? So there may be changes that you are rebuilding from, but there may be things like I heard ashes as well, depending on what the tower is. For some of us, like I don't want you to feel like it's something absolutely horrible, like catastrophic. What I'm hearing is like it's a change that helps bring a brand new you. And especially in your love life, I feel like, especially in your heart. And it's going to need you to be very grounded and to be very present in your physical world. This is doing things in this physical earth plane that you like to do. There's crystals here as well. What I heard is the as above, so below, knowing that our internal state is going to reflect on our external state as well. So what I heard is sleep, exercise, food. For some of you, I heard joint pain as well. And this is where we're feeling our physical world, but we're feeling pain. And I think that here is where we need to find something that, if pain especially, or just chronic pain is something in our world, we need to find things about with our body that brings us joy and pleasure. And instead of focusing on the pain, we need to focus on the gratefulness that we have in other parts of our body. And as well, what I heard is some of you, this may dissipate or may help alleviate the pain. You have Gaia with Mother Earth and nurturing, with sanctuary. And what I heard with this is, how can we mother ourselves? I feel like it's also saying, you know, if you're feeling hella jaded and you're feeling like right now I saw something you can't be offered, if you're feeling like you need to play catch up and the changes in your world have been a whirlwind or entertaining is not the word, but it could have been there's something you're working on creating right now, that solitude's going to be important. It's something that can be done in the safety of your own home. Dance, though. What I heard is celebrate life as well, because this world is full of so much suffering, right? At times this world can be our adult lives can be filled with so much negativity. For some of you, it's stress. And this is where we just need to nurture ourselves and celebrate ourselves, celebrate our bodies, celebrate our accomplishments. And I heard just block out the white noise. I'm being guided. I want to show you the cup I got while we were camping. And this is called Connected. And at first when I saw, I just saw the wolf. And then with the raven behind the moon. This is absolutely perfect. It's by Michaela Jones. She's a First Nations artist, and I love so much of her work. But I wanted to show you guys this because this is also connection, and this is also what I heard is, well, in some ways, free bird, right? This free bird is going to follow this lone wolf. They work in tandem, they work in connection, and again, there's a best friend to me aspect in here. So for some of you as well, like, I feel like there's a real need for playfulness, and to make sure that you know, when we spend time with our best friends, these people are the ones that lift us up, right? So this is doing things, celebrating. For some of you, it's going out for a night out in the town, you know, kick loose or rattle. You see she's wearing shakers. Shake shit up a little bit and give yourself recognition for all the accomplishments that you've done in your own world and what you've yet to do, and whatever that vision is that you're planning, whatever those changes are you're making, do those. Help yourself build a solid foundation, a sturdy, solid foundation, because again, nothing's going to rock you. You can sway, you can move with the movements, and I swear the wind just kicked up a little bit, but you can move with that wind, you can bend, but much like the mighty oak is what I heard, you're not going to break. So that's the message I have for you all. I love, love, love you. Mwah. We'll talk to you soon. Bye, guys.